Everyone has someone that they consider their Everest. The unattainable person. The person who you want to have sex with so bad. The person you want to date so bad. Or the person you just want to hang out with and be friends with. But you can never seem to get them alone. You can never seem to get that moment where you're actually able to shoot your shot. Over the years, I've had several of those. I used to make it my personal mission to turn out every straight girl that I ever met and convince her that she was batting for the wrong team. A couple of times it worked in my favor, and I got an opportunity to hook up with a lot of straight women. And it was fun. It's the chase. It's having that unattainable person that no one else can seem to get their hands on, but you're able to do it. It's the thrill of the chase. Going after something that you know everyone else wants, but you're the one that gets it. There is one in particular person who always reminds me of this. The one person who still to this day I have unable to conquer. The Everest I was never able to climb. And the one moment when I had my shot and I failed miserably. This is the one with the unattainable woman. After many failed attempts at romance over the years, I went through a phase in my life where I just wanted to have a good time. I just wanted to go out to bars and clubs and dance and drink and smoke and meet people and have fun and take selfies and be the fun single friend. I was trying my damnedest to be a Samantha Jones when everyone knows that I've always desperately been a Charlotte. One winter, however, I went out to a club with one of my very good friends who was on the down low at the time. And we were drinking and dancing and having a great time, and he went off to do what he did best, which many people won't know is actually sucking dick in a dark room, while I aimlessly flirted with women that I had no business flirting with. This night in particular, I stumbled across a woman who I'm telling you guys literally looked like Niecy Nash. Same body type, same face, same teeth, everything. And everyone knows I have a soft spot for Niecy Nash. So I'm standing at the bar, and at this point, everyone's been completely obliterately drunk. They're all running around, falling all over the place, sloppily talking to each other. And me, I was relatively sober. I'd only had a couple of beers that night. I was really just coming to be a wingman for my friend, so I really wasn't looking to get too messed up. So I'm standing at the bar, and this very flamboyantly gay black man comes up to me and asks, "My friend wants to buy you a drink." Why the hell not? I look over, and this woman's standing, and she gives me a little wave and tells me to come over and ask what I'm drinking. I said, "Depends. What are you buying?" So she orders me a drink, Jim Beam honey and ginger ale. And we just stood there and we were just talking, getting to know each other. It was really simple. It wasn't like sexual in any way. It was just interesting because I couldn't place her. Most women, when I went to clubs like this, I was able to place them almost the second we started talking. Whether they were gay, straight, bi, confused, didn't matter. But I was always able to place them. This one I couldn't quite place. I didn't know which box to check next to her name. Was she gay? Was she straight? Was she bi? I had no idea, and her friend wasn't giving up any hints. So when her friend ran off with my friend and the two of them started fooling around and doing the things gay men do, me and her just started talking. She asked where I was from. We had the usual conversation. What's your name? How are you? Where are you from? Are you single? Are you dating? And the conversation flowed. She was really nice, very attractive. But again, it was driving me insane that I couldn't figure out if she was gay or not. So the rest of the evening, I kind of just spent talking to her and flirting with her, and we agreed to exchange numbers, and that the next time that she was in the city, because she was from Jersey, the next time she was in Philly, we were going to hook up and like go grab a drink and hang out. So we exchanged numbers. Naturally, my friend told me that he bet me $30 that she was straight and I'd never be able to turn her out. And I took the challenge. I mean, why the hell not? I was single, I was having a good time, and she was actually really nice. I mean, if nothing else, like I said plenty of times, I can always just be their friend. So a couple of weeks later, I was debating whether or not to go out on a Friday night by myself. I wasn't much of a person to go out by myself. I didn't really like the whole idea of being out in clubs and bars by myself. Made me feel kind of lame. So my cousin hit me up, who was also on the DL, and basically asked if I wanted to meet him at a local gay spot in the city. I said, sure, why the hell not? I had no gay female friends. So if my two on the low gay male friends wanted to take me out for a couple of beers, who the fuck was I to say no? I had no plans. So I decided to hit up Jersey Girl and see if she wanted to meet up at this bar too. She said, well, that's actually funny because we were actually headed out tonight anyway when I get off of work. So she's like, can you just promise to wait until about 12:30 and we'll be there? I said, for you, honey, anything. So I decide I'm going to put out all the stops. I'm going to put on the best shirt that shows off my cleavage, my famous red leather jacket, my black tights, leather boots, and the red lip. And I said, no matter what happens, I was going to figure it out. What damn box did this girl check off? So me and my cousin were out. We were drinking. We were playing pool. We were laughing, having a good time. He was telling me about his latest fling, the latest guy he was trying to, mess around with. And then she walked in. And all of us decided, because everyone immediately gets along with my cousin. He's like the most likable guy in the world. Literally. Like, there's no one in life that is ever going to dislike this guy. He's friendly. He's outgoing. He's hilarious. So we all agreed to go to another club where we could all go dancing, since this place was more like a chill spot. So we go dancing. We're having a good time. My cousin asks, is that the girl that I've been trying to, figure out? And he was like, oh no, she's definitely into you. Don't tell me that. Never tell me that a bitch is into me, because I'm going to spend the entire rest of the evening attempting to get you naked. So anyway, we go to the next club. I decided to, splurge and pay everyone's cover, especially hers. Make it known that I was paying for her to get in. And we went in, we started dancing, ordering drinks, talking. And I was trying to actually get her to admit if the person that she said she was on again, off again with was a guy or a girl. Her sister was with her, so I was trying to get a feel for it that way, but her sister wasn't giving me any idea either. She said, oh, my sister's really private, so I really don't know none of her business. So the rest of the evening, we danced, we flirted. It was almost like a cat and mouse game, and I couldn't figure it out, and it was driving me insane. So we end up calling it a night. Her and her friends go back to Jersey, and me and my cousin go back to his place. And I told him the next time I see her, I'm going to get her naked. I don't care what I have to do. I'm going to figure this out. Next time I go into the city, it's about a week or so later, and I go down there with my other friend who's on the low. And we're sitting at that same gay bar. We're having a couple of Coronas. We're talking. And she walks in. And it was her sister, her other gay friend, her and her gay friend, my gay friend and her gay friend both walk off together and do what it is guys do. And me and her were just sitting there talking, and she said that they were planning on going out, that her friends weren't really trying to stay out late, but she was trying to have a good time. She said, kid free, I'm just trying to have a good time. So what do you say? And I decided, you know what? This is the perfect time for you to just do it. So I said, how about this? How about if we go out dancing, we have a couple of drinks, and when your gang goes back to Jersey, you and me can get a room, and we can keep the party going. She looked at me kind of like, okay. And that was when I asked her, I said, have you ever been with a woman before? She said she had. She said she didn't really define herself sexually. She said that she really wasn't a person who labeled herself. She said being a black woman, if you label yourself gay, you're immediately looked at as being a traitor and being a this and being confused. It's too over-sexualized in her community. So she said she never really liked to label herself. She's like, I like what I like. And I said, that's all I needed to know. So I told her that tonight I was going to help her figure it out. So the whole night we're flirting, we're dancing, we're drinking. I literally just keep reminding her that I'm going to literally rock her world. So everyone splits up. My one friend goes home, lets me know when he gets home safe, and me and her get a room. I'm trashed. 3 sheets to the wind. I'm Lindsay Lohan, Paris Hilton, Britney Spears trashed. But I said, I will not screw this up. So we're fooling around, we're kissing. It feels great, feeling each other up. She was thick, and I had a thing for thick women. So, I'm thoroughly just like enjoying myself. I'm immersed in it. She's pretty, she's hot. And then I wake up. And it's the next morning, and I passed out. Literally about 3 minutes into me giving her what she called the best 3 minutes of head she's ever had, I fell asleep. Oh, I was so mad. I was embarrassed. I was humiliated. She laughed it off. And she said that we could try it another time. She said, as ready as she was, she said, I wasn't going to take advantage of you when you were in that state. So we agreed that we would try it again another time when the mood struck. But it wasn't going to happen. Finally, after getting home and being completely embarrassed, I was getting a shower, sitting on the end of my bed, and she called me. And she essentially told me what happened. She said that she was really feeling it. She was really feeling me. And she said it kind of freaked her out a little bit. So she told me that for a little while she was going to keep her distance, mostly because she didn't want to do anything to hurt me. And I was hurt a little bit because I was a little confused. Like, I didn't mean to upset her or anger her or make her feel like I was just using her for sex, because I was actually really fucking with her. Like, I really vibed with her. And she said that she wasn't going to disappear on me. We could still text and we could still talk, but she said it's going to be a minute till I feel comfortable being in that type of environment with you again. So she's like, I just hope that you don't take this the wrong way and that we can still be cool. She just said that even almost doing what we did kind of freaked her out a little bit. Not because it was me, but because she hadn't been in that headspace for a really long time. So I agreed to kind of lay low for a little while, and I told her that I just really wanted to still be cool. I really liked her, and she was really funny and sweet. And we just agreed to just lay low. Fast forward about 3 years. No, about 2 years, maybe a year and a half, somewhere along those lines. I had gotten together with my now wife, and it was the summer that COVID broke out. When everything shut down, the club shut down, the bar shut down. I get a phone call from Jersey Girl, and she called and she said, hey, I saw on Facebook that you're dating someone. And she's like, I know this is going to sound really weird, but I'd really like to have the two of you over my house. I just opened my own home bar. I'd really like it if you and your girlfriend could come over for a couple of drinks on Friday night. So I pitch it to my girlfriend, and she's like, you know what? Why the fuck not? She said, you're saying that you and her only got to that level. So if she's still cool with you and she wants to hang out, I don't see why not. And me and my girlfriend are both under the impression of if someone's offering to get us drunk, we're not going to say no. So we drive out to Jersey. We get to her house. She still looks the same. She's still fine as shit. And we just started talking. She told my girlfriend the whole story about everything that happened with us. And my girlfriend laughed. And she said that she could not in a million years ever believe that I would ever get that shit faced, that I would honestly fall asleep when pussy's right in front of me. So all three of us really got along. We had a really great time, and me and her really got a chance to catch up, and I got to find out the truth about her, who she really was, that she had children and a husband, and that the reason why she ran away that night, that she got so scared and kind of blew me off, wasn't because she wasn't interested in that type of a situation, but because she didn't want to get me involved in her situation. She didn't want to put me in a position to be negatively looked at by anybody. And because she wasn't out, and because she didn't blatantly put her business out there, she didn't want me to be a secret. We're still cool to this day. We still hit each other up on occasion. She'll text me. She's invited me and my wife over a couple of times. We've never actually been able to touch base again much after that, mostly just because of other things, kids, life, the usual. But she really surprised me, and she really taught me a really valuable lesson about people, that sometimes the people that you get along with the most, the people that you're the most comfortable with, are sometimes people that are there just for that reason. They're there to just be a friend. They're there to just be someone to make you laugh and smile, someone to aimlessly flirt with and have it really not go anywhere. And that sometimes the things that you chase after for over 2 months, like I did, sometimes you almost get it, but sometimes the things you miss out on, you're supposed to, because it leaves way for something better. And now I have a really cool friend who makes amazing drinks in her home bar that me and my wife are always welcome to. I have a really cool yet embarrassing story about the one time that I completely bombed at trying to get a girl turned out. And all in all, I just realized that the things that we want the most, the mountains that we're unable to climb, sometimes just getting halfway to the top can be a lot more fun and leave space for you to climb another mountain somewhere else.